Well, hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on today's video and spend a portion of your day with me. It really means a lot to me. Today we are going to do a fun little eyeshadow palette video that I saw DW do from Dub's Beauty Diary. It was, would we repurchase these now, or would we purchase these palettes if they were released today? These are older. She did her shop her stash version because she is moving. I'm going to do all the palettes that I am panning, that is in any kind of project, that is in my project level up. I also do a seasonal palette rotation. So I have these to tell you about, and then I'm going to do face palettes because I do have 4 face palettes that I have in rotation and stuff like that. So if you're interested in this type of video, I'd love for you to please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe before you go. I am almost at 500 subscribers. I would love to reach that by the end of the month. That would be amazing for me. But if you don't want to subscribe, that is perfectly okay. I'd love for you to keep on watching. Alrighty, my beautiful friends. So I got this idea from DW from Dub's Beauty Diary. She'll be linked down below as well as her video. She did this, I think she said over a year ago, that she picked her oldest palettes. And it was like, would we buy these now if these were released today? She did get the video idea from, I'm looking right here because I did wrote it down, Dolly Mama Beauty. I don't know who that is, but I will find her and link her channel. And if I can find the video, I will leave that video link down below as well. But you go through, she had did her oldest palettes, and then she had did the palettes that she is, her shop, her stash, because she is moving. So she set aside some palettes while she was moving to use until she packed up everything, moved, unpacked, all that. If you've ever moved and you're a makeup lover, we all know the struggle. So these are going to be in no particular order. These are from any kinds of projects, project level up, palette rotation, and I do like same pan last year. I did put a lot of palettes in there. I do have project 10 uses, project 100 uses. So these are all palettes from that. So in no particular order, let's just go with Natasha Denona, because I see her right here. This is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. This is in my seasonal shop my stash. I figure it is beautiful. I love Natasha Denona. This was her first release. I do like this, but I don't know if I would repurchase. I probably would because it is Natasha Denona and I'm a collector. But when I look in here, maybe it's not the right season. Maybe this is more fall time. When I open this palette, I want to do an easy breezy look. There's only really this, and they're all kind of the same. All these mustards. So maybe I didn't pull it. Maybe this is just a fall time palette for me personally. I do my makeup seasonally. So yeah, what I would repurchase this, but I don't know how often I would get some love. So maybe my mind will change and I'll be like, oh yes, I love it. I would repurchase it, but I don't know how often I would use it. I know that's dumb, but I do love Natasha Denona. Let me know if you have this palette, and let me know if you do this video. Please tag me in it as well. This is in my Project 100 uses. It is Marc Jacobs Beauty. This is the Scandalous, and Marc Jacobs Beauty is no longer around, but I have heard some rumors that they might be coming back, and I definitely would repurchase this one. I don't use this shade too often, but that's just a beautiful everyday palette. And I go through phases where I love reds, I love reds. I love red on my lips. My eyes, I do love it, but I think for the fall time only. So yeah, I'm going to be getting use out of this shade right here. I do love it, and I definitely would repurchase it. And I hope the rumor is true that Marc Jacobs does come back with makeup. So this palette, I have a haul, link that video down below. This was given to me by my husband. It's an Urban Decay Wild West. I only used it once, but I do love the color story, and I definitely would repurchase this one. It's very summer to fall, you know what I mean? I love a good gold. That's what I used. I love burnt colors. Like this one I might not use anymore until like spring, but I definitely could use it. I love neutral toned palettes. I do enjoy this gray for the outer corner. I need to get some more use on this. I just, obviously you saw my stack of palettes that I'm working through. So the struggle is real to spread the love. But I would repurchase this palette. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but the one time I used it, I loved it. It's just very basic, but I like basic eyeshadow palettes. I do. I love them. Now this one is in my Project Level Up. It is a Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade palette. And at the time I was in love with Dominique Cosmetics, I bought all the palettes. I haven't really lately, but I would not repurchase this. This is, I do Project Level Up Light, and it's just really hard to create or to use every color in this one. It's a good companion. Like this one is not a good color story, not a good color. I use it mostly on the lower lash line, but everything else was good. I love these right here. This one's just okay. I've been in love with the yellow inner corner. So I don't know. I don't think that I would repurchase this. Mostly due to this one. And I didn't think that I would, but yeah, I wouldn't repurchase this one. Maybe it is older, it's no longer made, but maybe if you chop this off, I would repurchase this. But these kind of don't really, to me, in my opinion, they don't really mix with the other palette. So maybe if it was just this, I would definitely repurchase. That's a more cohesive color story. But I know she always throws in some random ass shades in her palettes, and that's cool, you know what I mean? But this formula, this one in particular, I did not like. And I know there's a lot of controversy with Jaclyn Hill, but let's skip all that. This is the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 with Morphe. And it's very beautiful. I have yet to use this, but I probably would repurchase it. But it was on the more expensive side, I know, because it is Jaclyn Hill. It is very, like, repetitive, but I don't mind, like, a color story like this to be repetitive, because you can build and you can layer. Would I put it in a project to use all the shadows once or no pan left behind? No, because it is quite large, but I think it is so beautiful, and I would repurchase this one. And like, I'm loving like this area right here. And then this bottom row. I either love super light or super dark colors. Now this is in my Project Level Up. This is the KKW Beauty. This is the classic one. I believe this is her first one. I did get this for half off, and I don't think that I would repurchase this one. I'm learning that through my Project Level Up, because you do have to use each shadow a certain number of times, and then you have focus shades where you have to use those a certain number of times. I did love this, but would I repurchase this? It is pretty basic, but I wanted to collect them all because I did love the formula, or I do love the formula. This one was her first one. This one was just okay, and I think I can find these somewhere else, but I do enjoy this palette. I'm glad I got it some love, and maybe I'll put it in a future project for Project 10 uses or Project 100 uses or something like that. I did love this, but I wouldn't repurchase it just because it is so basic. This is in my Shop My Stash. This is the Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions. Very similar to the Natasha Denona, so I probably wouldn't repurchase it. These look exactly the same. These are pretty the same. These are pretty the same. All these shadows are in the Natasha Denona. I did get this in BoxyCharm, or may have been an add-on. I'm not too sure. The formula is great, but I need a light, like, I want a light shimmer for the inner corner. So these are too deep for me. So I had to reach into another palette. I'm more of like, I want to use one palette. I don't like dip into a bunch of palettes. I don't know why. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But with this one, I mean, I guess I could use this one on the inner corner. I don't know. But I love a light shimmer color. So I don't think that I would repurchase this if this was released today. This is also in my Shop My Stash. This is also in my palette rotation. The Yes Please Cute AF Colourpop. I would repurchase this one. It is super cute. It has more browns. It has the yellow. It has the gold. It doesn't have a super light inner corner, but because there's a little more variety, like peachy coral, you know what I mean, I would repurchase this one. I can always use my highlighter, but the other, like, let me just pull them out. They are pretty much the same, and I don't know why I put both of them in my palette rotation. I really don't. Well, yeah, these are very similar, very repetitive. But this one has a little more variety, so I would repurchase this one over this one. And then I have the Natasha Denona Sunrise. They're all very similar. I have a collector's mentality. I forgot what product this was in. I think 10 uses, I can't remember. Very beautiful. I love it. I have yet to use it, but I would repurchase it because I am all into the pastels. I think this is a duochrome. I love a white. I love the, like, you can just use these as just two shades, not this two, but like two shades all together, except for this row and this row, and you can get a beautiful look, easy breezy, colorful look, and then something else for the inner corner. So I definitely would repurchase this one. This was in collaboration with her niece, Erin. This is in my same pan last year, Too Faced Slice Festival. Very beautiful, but I can't use this as a standalone. There is literally two matte, so I have to dig into something else. I would not repurchase it. Maybe strictly due to the packaging. I didn't pay full price for this. I did get this at like TJ Maxx or Marshall's, but like it is kind of a odd shape, you know, it's a rainbow, but I would have to there's only one shade, you know what I mean? I don't know why. I haven't been using this one. My tastes do change, so maybe I can do another video in a year and see if I would. I don't know. That's why I don't like to declutter, because my preferences do change month to month, to every few months, you know what I mean? So but yeah, very beautiful. I have used this, so I need to use it a little bit more, but I don't think that I would repurchase this if this was released today. This is the Urban Decay Wild Greens. My husband did gift this to me. I'll leave that haul with the other one. And I enjoy this, but this is more cooler toned. I would repurchase this one. I just wish it had a more neutral brown color for a transition. This one is very cool grayish, so I would want maybe a smidge warm on the warmer side. I don't know. I just would want one more shadow in this one. So, but I love like the eye. I love the way it opens on the side. I would definitely repurchase this one if it was released today. But like, I'm never that type of gal to purchase on launch. Very few times will I purchase on launch. I like to wait for a sale. So that's why I say yes to a lot of these, because if they are on sale, I will definitely grab them. This is the Colourpop Lush Life. I have not used this, but I would definitely repurchase it. I love Colourpop's formula. This is very beautiful, very summery. I felt all the summer vibes. I don't know why I haven't reached for this one. I haven't been wanting to wear a lot of color, a lot of greens. I did have a lot of color in this because I thought I wanted that for summertime. But summertime, well, July was super, super hot, so I didn't really wear too much makeup, and I was super busy. Today it's August 22nd, and I haven't filmed in a very long time. So yeah, I would repurchase this one. Colourpop is pretty affordable, and I know I got this on sale. I love the deep, deep, deep tone, so I won't be doing a shop my stash, but I'll explain that in the future. Now this is the Noblesse Secret palette. I love this, and I definitely will repurchase this one. This one's one of my newer ones. I've only been reaching for this top row and this bottom row. I haven't been wanting color. Not that I ever wanted it a lot, but maybe I'll wear color in tomorrow's video. This is my project level up, so I'm trying to use that one so I can level up. But yeah, I would repurchase this one. I do like the Noblesse formula, but I've been wanting 2 color shadows, and that's it. So my preferences, they change. They just change. This is the Natasha Denona Love, and I love the Love palette. It is very beautiful. I definitely would repurchase this one, but it is kind of hard for me to create a look now because I think that this is winter to spring, especially February, Valentine's Day, and it's been in my project probably all year long to use 10 times. I just haven't been wanting to reach for pinks and purples that often. I mostly use these two, to be honest, but I love this palette, and I would repurchase this one. I love purples. Maybe I need to actually film, like get dressed with color when I'm filming, and maybe that will put me to color, because sometimes I don't always want to wear color to work. I just want to be easy and breezy and not have to worry about a lot of things. This is the this is the Urban Decay Born to Run. We did a palette bingo. I was not pleased with my look, but I would repurchase this one. I have taken this one traveling. This is a great, easy, breezy look you can get with this one. And I like it alone, and I like it as an add-on. Like, look at these beautiful shimmers, these two right here. Like, I've done this look. You can do this look with these. So, like, I'm a 2 shadow, 3 with an inner corner type of gal, and it's just easy. And you see, this is well loved. This is in my Project 100 uses. And then this is my Jaclyn Hill Morphe Volume 1 palette. I love this. I would definitely repurchase. And I hit a pan. Oh my God, do you see that? Y'all know how hard it is for me to hit pan, but I hit a fucking pan this year. Probably like my first eyeshadow pan in quite some time. There was a huge dip. I wasn't even trying. And I was like, you know what? Let me use this shadow so I can get a pan. And then I did, and I'm loving it. So I want the pan to be a little bit bigger. This is in my Project 100 uses. It is really loved. I definitely would repurchase this one. I just wish it wasn't white, because obviously it's filthy. Like, the other one was in pristine condition. This is well loved. And then now we have face palettes. I have been loving all my face palettes. This is in my Project 10 uses. The Moon Trout, I would not repurchase this. I don't wear these as highlights. I've been wearing them as inner corners. That's how I got my use. Like, if I did a purple look, I paired my Project Level Up, the Lemonade, with this one a lot. The green, like, you know what I mean? Maybe I would repurchase this one, but I would only use it for inner corner. I wouldn't use it for a highlight. Like, maybe in my younger days I would, or festival days, I'm not too sure. But today I would not repurchase this. This is in my regular rolling project pan, and this is the Too Faced Natural Nude Face Palette. Did my mom give this to me, or did I get it in box charm? I can't remember. I do love it, but they're very sheeny. As you can see, I have acne. I did get myself a chemical peel. I love the highlighters and I love the blushes. I just don't love the bronzer. So if it was like this, I would repurchase it. But as a whole, no, I wouldn't. But maybe, I don't know. But these are really pretty. They're just, I have not been swatching. They're just too, like, sheeny for me. You see? Like, I don't want that as a bronzer on my skin. I like matte everything because I am glowy and I do have texture. So I would not repurchase this one. It is hard for me to use this one as those bronzers, but I might take it out of my project soon. Now this is a very old Tarte blush palette. I would repurchase. I love Tarte blush palettes. I think it's a great deal, a great bang for your buck. I would repurchase this one. This is very old. I'm not getting rid of it. I still use it and I love it. I would definitely repurchase this one. But I would not repurchase this one only because I forget about it. So if I have that and a lot of blushes, I don't need this. But I think I got this like in an Ipsy or something like that. So I would say no to this one. Although it is very beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't find myself reaching for palettes. Hardly ever. And then I got this one quite some time ago. This is in Project 100 Uses. I would not repurchase this one, but I would repurchase them separately. I'm more of a single type than a full face palette. I've used all these and I love them. I haven't really used this one too much. But maybe if it was a trio, I would, but not as a 5. And just the bulky packaging, I don't use that brush. I think they could have condensed it down to 4 without the brush, because I don't use this. Let me know if y'all use this. So there was a lot that I would repurchase, but there were some things that I would not repurchase. Let me know if you would repurchase some things in your palettes, in your palette collection. Also, if you do decide to do this video, please tag me in it. I would love to see your thoughts on your collection. Like I said, I'm a collector's mentality, so that's why I would repurchase things, and I do show my collection some love. I'm showing it more and more love as every month passes. Today is the 23rd, and I've worn makeup 21 times. No, sorry. 17 times. I can't count today. But let me know what kind of videos you would like to see in the future. I am filming this week to pre-film because I go back to school Monday the 28th. I don't know when you would see this, but I want to start pre-filming a lot, get back on my YouTube game. I missed all of y'all. Let me know what y'all have been up to. How is your summer? Are you excited for fall? Because I know I am. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.